Hey, what's up, y'all? I was watching this video on World Star Hip Hop, and it was where a young girl, I said they had to be in high school or whatever, but it was a young girl and it was a young guy, and the young guy, he's sitting at his desk and everything, and the young girl, she's all over his face and she's going off and everything, and I guess she had got into an argument with somebody else and she felt like he had added his 2 cents, so now I'm about to add my 2 cents on this. But anyway, I guess she felt like he added his 2 cents and she wasn't talking to him or anything, so she going off on him and everything, and she cussing and everything. She acting like a she acting like a fool. She acting like the fool that she is. So anyway, so she going off and everything, and she all in his face, and he's sitting down, and he's sitting down in a you know how the school desk is, where it's connected to the bottom, and you know you got to slide and everything. But he's just sitting right there and everything. She there yelling his face and everything, and she's saying, "What the fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? Hit me, hit me." So he telling her,
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna hit you.
So she stayed there going off, and you know just blah 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 blah, all that and everything. And so the class is going off and everything. But the problem that I have is that the teacher is standing right behind the girl while she's all in this boy's face and everything. And if I was a teacher, I would have nicely hit the intercom or called security and broke that up, because see, while all that's going on, you're disrupting the class and nobody's learning, and you're just sitting there behind this girl because basically you need a break and you don't really want to teach these kids, and that's why you stood there and watched the drama, because it's sad to say, but a lot of people like to see mess and drama, and it's sick. You should have been calling security and breaking that up ASAP. ASAP. It should have been no reason why students had their phones out and everybody there cackling and kicking up, like, you know, they cackling hens and all this stuff and like they at the club and, you know, partying and everything. It's a classroom. Y'all supposed to be learning and you supposed to be teaching, but you still getting paid while you're there watching this drama. But anyway, so she just stayed there fussing at him and everything and going off and cussing and all this other stuff, and they were cussing at each other, and he telling her the whole time,
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna hit you.
I'm not gonna hit you and everything. So she telling him, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And she just trying to provoke him to get him to hit her and everything. And I think it's crazy because females always trying to be the dude. They want to be the dude and everything, and they want to get in dude's face and everything, because guys are supposedly not supposed to hit females back. And I don't condone guys hitting females. I truly don't condone guys hitting females and everything. But in the process of her antagonizing this guy and trying to provoke him so he can hit her, so she can have a reason fight him and everything, and he's not falling for it and everything. And I have to commend him on that, because, you know, but I also have to say, like, where does it come into play when a guy's supposed to defend himself, and how are they supposed to defend themselves? So in the process of her up there, you know, going off and everything, she finally gets tired of cackling and everything, so she walks off. But while she's walking off, she calls him a bitch, and the teacher's walking off with her. Again, I don't understand that. And so the guy, he ended up calling her a bitch back, when the girl turns around and says, "You call me what?" And she runs up on him and she charged him and she started whooping his ass and everything. And she tell him, "Don't you ever call me a bitch," and this and that and everything. And I think it's wrong, because I think that he should have got up out of that desk, and I think he should have whooped her ass. And the reason why I say that is because the whole time she was in his personal space, fussing at him and cussing at him and everything, he didn't do anything. All he did was say, "I don't give a fuck, I'm not going to hit you," and this and that. But when she charged him and knocked him over in that desk, he could have hit his head. Anything could have happened. He could have had a concussion. He could have died. Anything could have happened or anything. And I feel like she wanted to do that all alone. And so she waited for him to call her. Well, she waited for him to call her a bitch. And in the process, you're mad that he called you a bitch and everything. And you was acting like a bitch. But you called him a bitch first. So like I said, I think that he should have been allowed to defend himself, because at a point in time, it should never be where a guy's hitting on a female. But because we know that guys are not supposed to hit females because they have more strength than females and everything, supposedly, the females shouldn't be allowed to hit on guys either. And that's my point in saying that I feel like he should have whooped her ass, because you did everything and you just wanted to fight and you wanted to be an asshole, and you was an asshole. And I feel like she should have got expelled. The teacher should have been on leave, or should have been a little bit. Matter of fact, the teacher should have been disciplined too, because she could have handled that way better than what she did. You let the class run amok, and you just stood there and watched it. And if you would have went ahead and called security and got somebody down there, that could have been avoided. She would have never ended up being able to call him a bitch, and she would have never been able to charge him and attack him. And that's what she did, whatever. And it was wrong. So like I said, females always trying to be the dude and everything. You're going to go ahead and run up on the wrong dude or get up in the wrong dude's face, and he's going to smack the all fuck out of you. For real, he's going to smack the all fuck out of you, because a person can only take but so much and everything. And just because you're a female does not give you the right to sit there and abuse this guy and everything. I remember one time I was there fussing at one of my friends and everything. He was tall and big, and I can't remember why I was mad, but I'm up there fussing at him and everything. And I got up in his face, and he went me in his face, and he ended up pushing me. And when he pushed me because he's tall and big, I went flying and I fell right on my ass. And I thank God that that's all he did was push me. That's it. But I learned my lesson that day. Do not be trying to be no man or giving no man's face, because you never know what man will get tired of that mess and go ahead and knock you on your ass. So like I said, I feel like her ass should have been whooped. Where did she get that from? What other females, older females at that, do you see all of a man's face? Is it your mother? Who is it? Because you will end up saying from your own experience that you're going to get knocked the fuck out. I feel like females should not do that. Neither one of y'all should not do that. She didn't birth him, and he didn't birth her, and he didn't put his hands on her, so she had no business putting her hands on him. It couldn't have been my son, because I would have been back up at that school.
Oh my God. I would have been back up at school.
And I would have been trying to whoop some ass. No, you're not going to do that. And then I raised him right to not hit females, and you'll keep on trying to antagonize him and provoke him and try to get him to do something that I didn't taught him not to do. Oh yeah, she deserved her ass to be whooped. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this on up. I don't want it to be too long. So with that being said, I just want to take time out to say thank you for watching. To all our new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And to our old subscribers, thank you for still rocking with us. Deuces, and I'm out.